Now we all know the wicked queen is very devious. Let's find out just what she did next. When she heard that, the queen couldn't contain her rage. Shaking violently and stamping her foot, she swore she would find a way to kill Snow White. This time, she went into a secret room in the heart of the palace, and there she prepared a poisoned apple. This rosy apple looked so fresh that whoever saw it could not help but crave a bite. When her work was done, the wicked queen disguised herself as an old farm woman and set out once more for the cottage of the 7 dwarfs. Apples are my favorite fruit. What's your favorite fruit? When she arrived at the cottage, Snow White said to her firmly, "You had best be on your way, my good woman. The 7 dwarfs have forbidden me to let anyone in." "But you need not open the door," the wicked queen told her. "I only wish to sell my apples. Here, let me give you one." "No, thank you," Snow White replied. "I dare not take it." "What are you afraid of?" asked the wicked queen. "You don't think I'd poison you, do you? Look, I'll share the apple with you. I'll have one half, and you the other." However, the wicked queen had made the apple with such skill that only one half was poisoned. Just goes to show you, you can never trust a stranger. When Snow White saw that the farm woman had bit into the beautiful apple, her mouth began to water. She put out her hand and accepted the poisoned half. But no sooner had she taken the first bite than she fell to the ground dead. The wicked queen began to laugh. "White as snow, red as blood, and black as ebony," she crooned. "This time, even the 7 dwarfs cannot save you." At home, again before her mirror, she asked, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all?" And the mirror replied, "Queen, there is no one as fair as you." Remember, the mirror always speaks the truth. The queen smiled and was at peace, as much at peace as a jealous heart can ever be. When the dwarfs came home that evening, they found Snow White dead and cold. They held a mirror to her lips, but no breath fogged the glass. They lifted her up and searched her for a poisoned object. They unlaced her stays and combed her hair and even washed her face with water and wine. But nothing they did would bring her back to life. She was truly dead. At last, the dwarfs laid Snow White out on a bed of sweet dew. For 3 days, they stood around her bed and wept. When it was time to bury her, they could not bring themselves to lay her in the cold ground. She still looked as if she were alive, with her skin white as snow and her cheeks red as blood and her hair black as ebony. Instead, the 7 dwarfs made beautiful Snow White a coffin of glass, so that she could still be seen by all the living creatures of the world. When it was finished, they gently laid her inside. Across the top, they engraved her name in gold letters and wrote that she was the daughter of a king. Then they carried the glass coffin up to the mountain, and one of them always kept watch over it. For many years, Snow White lay in the glass coffin, yet strangely she remained as fresh and lovely as if she were still alive. One day, a king's son chanced upon the 7 dwarfs' cottage. Looking up the mountain, he saw the glass coffins glittering in the sun, and he rode up to have a look at it. Here you can see the prince. When he saw the beautiful Snow White and read the gold letters, he went to the dwarves and said, "Please let me have the maiden in the glass coffin. I will give you whatever you ask for her." But the dwarves refused. "We would not give her up for all the gold and jewels in the world," they said. Why do you think that might be? Could it be because the dwarves already have plenty of gold, or could it be because they love Snow White so much? "Then give her to me as a present," pleaded the prince, "for I cannot live without looking on her. I promise to love her and cherish her as the person dearest in the world to me." When he said that, the 7 dwarfs took pity on him and agreed that he could take Snow White. The prince ordered his servants to lift the coffin onto their shoulders and carry it to his palace. On the way, one of the servants tripped over a thorny bramble and let the coffin fall to the ground, where it broke open. At that, the piece of poisoned apple flew out of Snow White's throat, and with a start, she opened her eyes. "Where am I?" she gasped, sitting up. The prince replied with joy, "You are with me, and here I wish you to stay forever." He told her what had happened and who he was. Then he asked her to be his wife and come and live with him in his father's castle. Snow White, who had fallen in love with the kind prince on sight, gave him her hand. Their wedding feast was soon announced, and the wicked stepmother was invited to the celebration. Little did she know that it was Snow White's wedding. She was dressing for her in her finest gown of gold and silver, and before she left, she stepped in front of her magic mirror and asked, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all?" And the mirror replied, "Queen, you are very fair as true, but the young princess is 1,000 times fairer than you." When the wicked queen heard that, a chill passed through her. She was terribly afraid. She did not even want to attend the wedding. In the end, she could not stay away. She would have no peace until she had seen this young queen whom her magic mirror had declared most beautiful of all. When she arrived at the prince's palace, she recognized Snow White at once. As she set eyes on the girls, all the hate and evil in her heart swelled until, in a fit of passion, it burst and she fell down dead. With no one to wish them harm in the world, Snow White and her prince lived happily ever after. The end. So what did you think of the story?